Say, does that star-spangled...
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Scotty Barnes is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. And for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
OG Anunoby is not afraid to put the ball on the floor and attack off the drive. That's nice work.
Barnes passes to Porzingis. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
What a feed to Towns. This guy ready to rise and fire on the catch.
Outside Barnes. Wing shot on the way. And it's New York with a rebound. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
And B.A., he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career.
The Knicks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Bridges. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Shoots from the baseline. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Brunson passes to Hart. Three-pointer, Bridges. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
That one's good for 2.
Boy, quickly getting a bucket on the interior. Nicely done.
New York has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Right at the free throw line. Brunson misses.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
The 3 from Quickly. Hits the trifecta. Quickly's got 5.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel Quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Brunson. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Pass to Robinson. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest of levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report. And dialing into our broadcast remotely, I'm told we have Shams Charania here with a special report. Shams, take it away.
Thank you, B.A. Still early in the season, but the Raptors are not wasting time on personnel change. They wanted to add more size, and there aren't many bigger players than Kristaps Porzingis, but it's the skill set that truly makes him special and unique. He's a terrific shooter, facing up or back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor as well, and he's a willing and able distributor. And then on the defensive end, one of the premier shot blockers in this league, just a major pick.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us in the loop.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Knicks trail by 5. Hart passes to Brunson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. A nice shot by McBride.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto, no good. For New York, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Brunson with it. And stolen by Porzingis. Tie game and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. And we'll be back right after. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Williams, R.J. Barrett out there with Walter, and it's Abaji in at the 4. Pass to Bridges, to the paint. And a big finish by Robinson.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
To the wing on the left. Walter from outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Payne. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Toronto trailing. Here's Grimes. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
They get it back. Outside Barrett. For 3. Achua with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So for the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Achua. OG Anunoby comes in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Bridges outside. And Porzingis with the block.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
4-3. Can't get it to drop. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
Here's Anunoby, and he slams it in one-handed.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Grimes. And the three off target. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2, they'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Achua's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. Toronto's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. The 3 from Quickly. Knocks down the triple. Quickly's got 8 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Left side McBride. Banked it in off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Toronto leading by 3. Here's Williams. Good work defensively by Towns.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Anunoby. Good D by Porzingis.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Williams' shot is good.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Williams. No good off the front rim. Knicks trail by 3. Anunoby passes to Brunson. The 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Raptors up 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space.
And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Emmanuel Quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
And that one's good for Brunson.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
The Raptors with a lead. Here's Grimes. He's got 7. The quick look, no good that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Doris OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Quickly finds Barnes. Shoots over Hart. And Barnes the bucket on the assist by Quickly. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, Emmanuel quickly is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile.
Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And it's good. 2 points.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
36.
Here's Ingram. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Stolen by quickly. Here comes Toronto on the push. A nice shot by Grimes. Now it's a 4-point Toronto lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Toronto also making a switch. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Barnes. And here's Ingram outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Outside Hart, pass to Brunson. Tries the spin move. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds in the game.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Hart finds Towns. Rebound Toronto. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Porzingis passes to Ingram. No good with the triple.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Towns up top. Now it's Hart. Takes one from 10 feet. Rebound Toronto. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Ingram. No good from the wing. And so it's the Toronto Raptors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Walter out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Mark Williams. And it's Barrett in at the 3. Out to the right wing. Porzingis passes to Barrett. And the Raptors, another 3.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the 3-point battle.
Knicks trail by 12. And here's Payne. Here's Robinson. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. It's Barrett on the wing. Anunoby covering. And there's Barrett on the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got 8 assists in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
You have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. Coach telling their players, let's play with urgency. This is the game. I know we'll win if we play hard. Let's see how the team responds.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Brunson, out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Porzingis. Cold the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And the Raptors lead by 17.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Bridges. Buried from 15 feet out.
Sometimes the mid-range is your best opportunity. Bridges more than willing to make that shot work.
Here's Barnes. And it's Toronto with another.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
It's Barnes on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 15. Brunson finds Bridges. Towns a screen on Barnes. Bridges misses. For Toronto, they've gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. The shot by Ingram, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Raptors.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Williams is checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Abaji comes in for Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Ingram. And it's Walter in for Grimes. Toronto's gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Barrett. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Achua can't hit. And here are the Raptors now. Achua with a steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shamet. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Mark Williams. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Pass to Quickly. Outside Barrett. Here's Williams. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now, time for our player of the game, Emmanuel Quickly.